Okay, this one is a gear train for a Nissan Hardy Body K24. All right, there is the clutch. Most of the people, they will be asking, how do you see the gears are engaging, or this gear is worn out? Yeah, it's easy, guys. When you are into the gearboxes, and if you have learned about gearboxes as a technician, you end up knowing each and everything. So from here, I'm going to identify all the parts of this gearbox, but this one is a gear train. I am holding it on the vise. I've put the forks up so that when you're stripping, you won't have any difficulties. From here, that's where you come from the back of the engine, which is the front of the gearbox, where it is located in the bell housing, and this one is called the input shaft, right? So on these input shafts, for K20, they are different. You check with the ratio of number of lines here, they are not same. That's number one. On your flywheel, this side, the pilot bearing on the flywheel, it goes into this nose, this nose for the spigot shaft, and these splines, that's where your clutch sits. Your clutch goes in like this, and when your vehicle is running and it's on neutral, it will be turning like this. All gears are free, as you can see here, they are turning. All the gears are turning freely, but because your car is in neutral, and this side, on the output side, there will be a prop shaft going to the diff, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be turning as well when it's in neutral. When it's neutral, let's say the engine is running, it's turning the spigot shaft, but this spigot shaft, like now I'm going to hold here at the output, and then I'm turning the clutch. As you can see, that it's turning only in front, and the back mustn't turn. Even if you go the other side, the back won't turn, right? So that will be what? Neutral position. As you can see, you can turn. If you turn this side, it goes the other way. If you turn this side, like it's in reverse. So let's identify the other stuff. This one is the clutch, which goes between flywheel this side, clutch this side. And on your clutch, when you're fitting your clutch on the flywheel, if you check, this side is flat, this side is high. Normally these days, it's very rare to find mechanic who can fit a clutch wrong, because it's written gearbox side. If you check nicely, most of them, if it's original, it's written gearbox side, and the other side is blank. You know that the flat side is the flywheel side, right? Let's go to the identification. So the input shaft, it's also a gear. This one, it's a gear which is turning in each and every gear of the vehicle, right? So we advise you to always make sure that your car has got enough oil. Why? Because this gear is small. It cannot be able to pick up oil from the bottom of the gearbox level if your oil is low, right? So make sure you always have enough oil in your gearbox. Why? Because any gearbox which has got low oil, you find the first gear to be to be wound out is this input shaft. Why? Because it's carrying each and every load of the gear. You select number 1, it drives. You select number 2, and you select 3, you select 4, 5, whichever. The input shaft is the one which brings in the drive. It goes to the cluster gear, which is the bigger one, transfers it, and then it comes to the gear which you have selected. Like, let's say we are going to select number 1, right? Okay, let me identify you the gears first. So from here, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4, this is number 5, and this is the reverse. So let's say you have selected number 1 like this, right? So this is how transmission goes. It comes in from the input shaft, goes here, comes here with the gear number 1 on this side. It goes to this same gear which is engaged. If you check on the synchro here in the sliding sleeve and the fork, it's now flat. If I take it out, you see it moves out and it can turn, and both of them are turning freely. But if I engage it like this, now it's engaged. As you can see, the fork is now flat to the gear. If I turn, now we say we've got an output drive. So as all the gears, you select number 2. When you turn, your drive comes here, it goes here, it comes here, it goes to the second gear, comes here, straight to the output. That is how drive is. Number 3, select number 3. Selected number 3 fully and complete. When you turn, your drive goes in, it comes here, goes there, comes here, goes to gear number 3, output. Same when you select to the 4. Number 4 is also the same input shaft is the gear number 4, right? If it was a 6-speed, this might be number 5, or on some they will give this one number 4 and add a 5 and 6, then reverse separately. So on this one, now it's in number 4. It does not come here, goes there and come back. No, it comes in direct, because it's number what? Number 4. That's the input shaft. So when the drive comes, because it's engaged straight here to the input, it goes from here, it goes straight to the output shaft. So that's the how drive goes. And then it comes here on the reverse side. The reverse side is something so easy, because anything which is supposed to be reversed, it's a 3-gear driven thing. So here we've got the reverse gear, and this one on the cluster side, and the idler gear here. So on the idler gear, lay shaft, or the small gear, then the other gear, the main gear on the main shaft, right? So let's say you have engaged the reverse like this. Reverse, you can engage it from here. Take the fork, it's engaged. Let me engage it fully. It's fully engaged, right? When I turn